Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Summer Camp. Today I'm going to show you how to make friendship pins and a friendship bracelet inspired by your favorite characters. For this project, you will need beads, safety pins, and some type of bead or jewelry cord. Once you have your supplies out, you are ready to go. So my first pin is going to be Cinderella themed. So I'm going to be using different shades of blue and some silver. Okay, so we're going to unhook the pin and then we'll just start feeding our beads onto the open part of the pin, just like that. And I think we can fit one more. You have to leave a little bit of an opening here so that you can close the pin again. There. So now you have two Cinderella inspired friendship pins or the beginning of a bracelet. So if you wanted to stop here, what you can do with these is, so my friends and I used to make these and swap them around, and we would do all different color variations and different themes, and we would clip them on our shoelaces and our backpacks or like the side of our shirt. And so that was like a cool thing to do when I was a kid. I thought maybe you guys would like to do that as well. So now let's make some others. If you are a big My Little Pony fan, you could definitely use colors on your little friendship beads inspired by your favorite ponies. So I am going to do some Applejack pins. And the bead colors that I'll be using are yellow, orange, red, and green. And there's lots of different ways that you can do these. You can do them with patterns. Like you could do yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, or you can just mix them up and do them any way you like. And I think that's what I'm gonna do for these anyway, for the Applejack ones. Next, a Snow White inspired bracelet. So when I think of Snow White, I think of the colors red, yellow, and blue. And maybe for this one, I'll do a pattern. Another fun thing to do is to buy the beads that have letters on them, and then you can spell out your friend's initials or names. And I thought I would do one that was inspired by one of my favorite characters, and that is Hello Kitty. So obviously I can't fit Hello Kitty on here, but I can fit an H and a K. And oh, I might have to take, yeah, the letter ones take up a lot of room. So you have to adjust and readjust and pick your beads carefully. There. So the colors red and white remind me of Hello Kitty. So we could actually, like if you wanted to do a whole Hello Kitty bracelet, you could do the beads in red and white, and then you could have just the one that says the HK. Or if you got larger pins, you might be able to spell hello on one and kitty on another. What about Princess Ariel? If we wanted to do some Ariel inspired pins or a bracelet, we could use the colors green, purple, and red. If you wanted to do a Queen Elsa inspired bracelet or Queen Elsa inspired friendship pins, you could use turquoise and white and silver. So similar to Cinderella, but using more turquoise than blue. Oh, darn it. Until the pin is closed, the beads can go flying, so be careful. Okay, here are my Elsa pins. When I think of Princess Anna, I think of pink and green and maybe a little bit of purple. And here are our Princess Anna pins. How about my favorite pony, Pinkie Pie? So one thing that we did when I was a kid is I had like my specific colors that everybody kind of knew were mine, like my favorites. So when I would make my friends' pins, my friends would kind of know, and we all sort of had our favorites. So you would kind of look at the pin and go, oh, that's the one that Amy Jo made. So that was kind of neat. So you don't have to do any that are inspired by a character. You can just make up whatever you like. And if you trade them with your friends and you use the same color scheme or pattern, eventually you'll kind of have your own little thing too, and people will see the friendship pin and go, oh, I know who made that one. Oh, I keep knocking them off. I need to concentrate. And it's also fun because we used to all get together, and we'd get all of our beads together and we would sit around and make these, and that was really fun too. And here are my Pinkie Pie pins. If you decide that you want to make the bracelet, you'll need to use some of the elastic beading cord, and you'll need to cut off 2 different pieces after you have measured your wrist. So I'm just gonna kind of ballpark it. I have sort of small wrists, so you don't want to cut off too much because you have to tie knots. So let's see. And you want them to be equal in size. So here are my 2 pieces. I know that's hard to see because it's clear. And then you have to decide, like, you know, I've made a bunch of random pins now. You want to line them up alternating this part with this part so that they will lay flat. So it's going to look like this. And you're going to feed this part onto the clear jewelry cord, just like this. So you just keep feeding them on, alternating them, and you want to make sure that you always have the beads facing out. So don't feed it on like that accidentally. You want all the beads facing the same way, like that. Now before you get too far in with stringing them just onto one, remember that you're working with 2 different cords here. So you need to string them onto both. It's kind of hard to get it to stay straight right now because I have to add so many more pins, but you get the idea. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that cool? And here's a little trick. You can tape down one edge of it, and that way you can feed your pins on without having to worry that they are going to fall off the other end. After you have all of your pins on, then what you need to do is tie 2 knots, one on each side. And I didn't show you this because it's really difficult to not do it on my lap without losing everything. So I'm just going to show you what I did. So after you have all the pins on your cord, you take your 2 ends and pull them together and tie them into a knot. So the way I do it is I tie a knot on this side first, and then I tie a knot on this side. And once you have them secured so that the pins don't slip off, you'll want to tie multiple knots. I think I have 4 on each side. See that right there? That's the knot. So I tied that multiple times, and then I pull it, and then I tighten it and pull it again and tighten it. And this is the end product. So when you get your knots tightened and you feel that it's secure, you can pull on it and the knots don't loosen. You can take some scissors and you just clip off right at the end, clip off the excess. And then your bracelet is finished. And here's what it looks like on. I used all of the different friendship pins that we made, so mine is really, really colorful. So you can do yours like this, or you could just do just one color scheme, whatever you like. And here is another look at it. And before I say goodbye, I want to show you a couple of other things that you can do with friendship pins. So this is kind of an Elsa-inspired friendship pin, and what I did is I made several different pins and then I connected them to a pin. So here's what I did. I just added them on with the beads facing out, and then you can pin this to a shirt or a backpack or whatever. You can slide it onto something. And I did one for my favorite university, which is UNC Chapel Hill, and these are the school colors. And I also did a DCTC one using the alphabet letters that we have. So just wanted to give you some additional ideas. You can get super creative with this. Okay guys, that's it for this episode of Summer Camp. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did and want to see more summer camp or crafting videos, you can click on the like button to let me know. And I'd love to know what your favorite thing was that I made today, so leave me a comment and let me know, okay? This is Amy Jo with DCTC. Thanks for watching!